The president, at the Democratic Victory Dinner in Washington, hurls the gauntlet in the Supreme Court fight.
We are celebrating the 1936 victory. That was not a final victory. It was a victory whereby our party won further opportunity to lead in the solution of the pressing problems that perplex our generation. My friends, neither individually nor as a party can we postpone and run from that fight on the advice of defeatist lawyers. The Democratic administration and the Congress made a gallant, sincere effort to raise wages, to reduce hours, to abolish child labor, and to eliminate unfair trade practices. We tried to establish machinery to adjust the relations between employer and employee. And what happened? You know who assumed the power to veto and did veto that program. You and I owe it to ourselves, individually, as a party, and as a nation, to remove those doubts and difficulties. If we would keep faith with those who had faith in us, if we would make democracy succeed, I say we must act now.
Strange and varied are the sit-down strikes that have swept the country. So now, Joliet, Illinois is treated to a beer sit-down. No longer will your nickel buy a jitney beer in this town after a dealer's agreement. So the patrons of Tony Groher's Tavern are boycotting the beer and drinking, if you can believe it. Good sparkling water. And just to add insult to injury, they're helping themselves liberally to the pretzels and free lunch. But don't think it has hurt business. The publicity has brought new customers in droves. And a couple of 100 miles east, wedding bells led but to the alimony sit-down. Mrs Mildred Agness promises to haunt her estranged husband's factory until he pays her claim for back alimony. Supplied with food by friends, she promises to stick it out on this line if it takes all summer. A blinding, choking storm of dust, terrible in its devastation of rich vineyards, is engulfing the rich San Bernadino Valley in Southern California. This is the first year that dust storms have struck here, but already damage to ranches and grape crops is running into the tens of thousands, with no relief in sight. What the storm will mean to the valley's wine production, no one can tell.